Greetings, everyone! In today's episode, we're journeying through the captivating history of India's union budget. This financial blueprint, often viewed as complex and daunting, has a surprisingly simple origin. The term budget comes from the French word budget, which refers to a small bag or pouch. This bag was used to carry the financial plans, thus giving birth to the term we use today. So, buckle up as we delve into the fascinating world of budgets. Traveling back in time, the first ever budget in pre-independent India was presented by James Wilson in 1860. Wilson, a Scottish businessman, was not just anyone. He was the founder of The Economist and Standard Chartered Bank, a man who had his fingers on the pulse of business and finance. His expertise was sought after, and he was tasked with the responsibility of presenting the budget. This was a time when India was under British rule, a period of economic and political turbulence. Despite these challenges, Wilson meticulously drafted the budget, setting the stage for the fiscal policies of the time. His contributions laid the groundwork for the budgetary system that we know today. This marked the beginning of a long journey of budget presentations in India. Fast forwarding to 1948, independent India saw its first annual budget. Over a year after gaining independence from British rule, the responsibility fell upon the shoulders of R.K. Shanmugam Chetty, the then finance minister, to present the nation's first budget. This was a significant moment in Indian history, marking the transition to an autonomous financial structure. The budget, presented on February 28th, was an interim one, effective for only 4 months, and was more of an assessment than a full-fledged plan. It provided a stock-taking of the country's financial and economic position post-independence. Chetty highlighted the challenges that lay ahead, emphasizing that the budget was a testament to our courage and faith in the future. It was a momentous occasion, signaling the dawn of a new era. This was the stepping stone for the future budgets in India. Interestingly, on 3 occasions, the Prime Minister of India presented the Union Budget. Our journey first takes us to 1958, when Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, took the reins and presented the budget. A decade later, in 1970, Indira Gandhi, India's first female Prime Minister, followed suit. Not only was she the Prime Minister, but she also held the finance portfolio, making her the first woman to present the budget in India. Fast forward to 1987, and we find another Prime Minister at the helm of the budget presentation, Rajiv Gandhi. Young, dynamic, and with a vision for a technologically advanced India, he too was the finance minister during his tenure. These instances show the versatility of leadership in India. It's not just about leading the nation, but also about managing the country's purse strings and driving economic growth. Nirmala Sitharaman made history in 2020 with the longest budget speech. Picture this, a speech lasting 2 hours and 42 minutes. That's longer than most feature films. Sitharaman, the first full-time female finance minister of India, set the bar really high when she presented the Union Budget of 2020. Her marathon speech was not only record-breaking in its duration, but also in its content, as she unveiled a comprehensive financial plan for the nation. The speech focused on 3 prominent themes: aspirational India, economic development, and a caring society. The minister's stamina, determination, and commitment to her role were clearly demonstrated during this historic moment. The 2020 budget will forever be remembered as a testament to Sitharaman's endurance and her dedication to the financial growth of the nation. This was a landmark moment in India's budget history. In 2021, the budget took a digital turn and went paperless. A watershed moment. This was the first time in the history of independent India that the Union Budget was presented in a completely digital format. This move was not merely a break from tradition, but a significant stride towards embracing digitalization in the country's financial infrastructure. It was a testament to the evolving nature of governance, reflecting the government's commitment to adapt and innovate with the changing times. The paperless budget was more than just an environmental-friendly initiative. It symbolized a shift towards a future where technology and digital solutions would play an integral role in public finance management. This digital leap not only streamlined the process, but also increased transparency, setting a new standard for future budgets. Moreover, it gave a strong message about India's readiness to embrace the digital economy. This marked a significant step towards digital advancement. India has witnessed several influential finance ministers present the budget. Each one brought their unique vision, shaping India's economy in their own way. A standout among them is former Finance Minister Morarji Desai. He holds the record for presenting the budget a staggering 10 times, a feat no one has yet matched. Then there's P. Chidambaram, who brought a progressive approach to his budgets, focusing on social justice and overall economic growth. Pranab Mukherjee, another key figure, was instrumental in steering India's economy through the global financial crisis in 2008. Yashwant Sinha too left his mark, with his budgets in the late 90s and early 2000s laying the groundwork for a modern, liberalized Indian economy. These individuals, among others, have played a key role in shaping India's economy. Their budgets reflect not just financial plans, but also the economic vision and political philosophy of their times. These individuals have played a key role in shaping India's economy. Some budgets have had a significant impact on the Indian economy. The one that stands out is the 1991 budget, presented by Manmohan Singh, who was then the finance minister. This budget was a game changer because it marked the beginning of economic liberalization in India. At a time when the Indian economy was on the brink of a crisis, Singh introduced a series of major economic reforms. These included reducing import tariffs, deregulating markets, and reducing taxes to attract foreign investment. The aim was to open up the Indian economy to the world, and it worked. These reforms not only saved the country from an impending economic crisis, but they also set India on a high-growth path. The changes brought about competition, making Indian companies more efficient and competitive on the global stage. This budget marked a turning point in India's economic history, laying the foundation for the robust economy that we see today. There have been notable changes in the way the union budget is presented. A significant shift occurred in 2017 when the traditional date of the budget presentation was altered. For decades, the union budget was unveiled on the last working day of February, but this tradition was broken. Instead, the government decided to present the budget on the first day of February. This change was more than just a date swap. It was a strategic move designed to ensure that all parliamentary approvals are secured before the start of the new financial year on April 1st. This shift allows for a smoother implementation of schemes and programs, ultimately benefiting the nation. Additionally, the railway budget, which was traditionally presented separately, was merged with the union budget in the same year. These changes aim to streamline the budget process. The budget presentation is not just about numbers, it includes interesting traditions and incidents. One of the most fascinating rituals is the Halwa Ceremony. It's a tradition that dates back many years and marks the commencement of the printing process for the budget documents. A sweet dish known as halwa is prepared in a large kadhai or wok and served to the entire staff involved in the budget preparation. This ceremony signals the beginning of a lock-in period for these officials, who stay in the north block of the Central Secretariat until the presentation of the budget in the Parliament, with no contact with the outside world to maintain the secrecy of the budget provisions. But did you know there was a budget leak? Yes, back in 1950, the budget was leaked to the press, leading to a change in the printing location from Rashtrapati Bhavan to a press in Minto Road. These incidents add a unique flavor to the serious business of budget presentations. And that's a wrap on our journey through India's budget history. From the first budget in pre-independent India in 1860 to the present day, we've seen the evolution of the union budget, the people who've shaped it, and the fun facts that surround it. It's not just a financial plan. It's a reflection of the nation's journey through time. Thank you for joining. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more interesting content.